everyday model of fucked up society, you know?
All right, Sharp. Sharp, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I was born in Detroit, Michigan. I moved to the West Coast, Las Vegas, when I was 2. Never saw the Midwest ever again after that. Grew up in Las Vegas a bit, went to school, you know, typical American fucked up dream. You know, same shit, different day, you know, average shit. Then I started going to San Diego, man, real heavy when I was about 12, 13 with a lot of my friends, man. We used to always go, you know, family members or whatnot, a lot of friends and, you know, shit like that. You know, it's always been my thing. You know,
How was your family?
Huh?
How was your family?
How was my family?
You had both your parents?
Nah, man. I think that's what, you know, that's what really go on in today's world, man, is, you know, you don't always have both your parents, you know, and you can't really blame them, you know, for not being there. So, you know, I just keep it moving in my life, man. You know, I never really had my mom. My mom was there. She met a boyfriend. She ran out. She was gone. Went and had another baby, and, you know, that was all they ever wrote for that white horse.
When did you first start working as a pimp?
Said it again.
When did you start working as a pimp?
I got into the ism, man, when I was 14, 15 years old. You know, young. You know, I grew up around your standard pimps and drug dealers and prostitutes and crackheads and, you know, your everyday model of fucked up society, you know? So I always wanted something different, man. You know, I was a kid, every kid had a dream, you know? Want to be a baseball player, football player, doctor, you know? Yeah. Always want to be some shit like that. Who has it, man? You want to grow up and be anything you want to be. Well, you know, by the time I hit probably about 12 or 13, I started noticing, man, that dream was going to fade real quick because of my surroundings, you know, not having certain opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, other kids might have been as, you know, fortunate. You know, but I still wanted the money, man. I still felt rich, you know? Even though I'm living in a fucked up environment, I'm living around shit that, you know, hey, nobody's really that fortunate, man. We're all in the same boat trying to get out, you know? All a bunch of crabs in a bucket trying to crawl out, man, and get out, you know? And I always felt different than everybody else, man. You know, I did different things. I moved different, you know? I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. You know, I kind of stayed to myself, you know? I messed with a lot of broads when I was coming up. You know, I always had a bunch of females, you know, as friends as a kid, you know, young, you know, from first grade on up. I've been having girlfriends. I was never scared of girls. I was never a boy like that to where I, you know, ew, get away from me. No, man, none of that. You know, I've always loved them and shit. They love me.
Do you have sisters?
Hmm?
Did you have sisters?
I had a couple, but I don't know them.
Oh, okay. I mean, did you feel you were destined for something greater than everyone else around you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, you know, I picked up what I picked up. Shit, man, the game found me, you know? I didn't find the game. The game found me, man. It's not for everybody, you know? And there's definitely no gray areas. Like this Skid Row is a bunch of them, you know? It's not none of that, man.
How did it begin for you? How did it start? Your first girl?
I was a kid, man. I was young. Shit, my first girl, man, shit, she was 26 years old. 14, 15 years old, man. For real. Turned me on. Showed me the way. You ain't gotta be broke no more. You ain't gotta hurt no more. You know? Already coming from hurtful environments. You know, and I always had an older mentality. I grew up fast. I grew up around, you know, older people. Like all my friends when I was young were already well in their 30s. You know what I'm saying? Into their 30s, well into their 40s, you know? That's why now me being in my 30s, you know, all my friends is 50s and 60s. You know, I don't really have too many young friends, you know? Few, but not a lot. You know, that's how I came into it, man, was you had to grow up fast. You had to move fast. I didn't choose that shit. That shit chose me. You know? I didn't ask for none of it, man. It's just life. Life has a calling for everybody. It's mine, I guess.
Yeah. And the pimping game has changed. The style used to be flashier and a little more, guys had more style.
Yeah, man.
You seem to be cut from that cloth.
Yeah, man. I come from the old school game with the ism, man, when you had to put a capital P on it, man. You dig? You had to put a capital P on it. Now, man, let me tell you something, man. You got people out today that want to do it for a weekend, want to be in the streets or in a lifestyle, any type of lifestyle. Man, want to do it for a weekend, but then want to go back on Monday acting like everything has changed. It's not like that for everybody. Some people still got to keep the lights on the same way they turned them on. You know?
Yeah.
Shit.
A lot of pimps I've interviewed that seem to be like just drug dealers.
Imposters, man.
Yeah.
Imposters.
I've seen some of that. And
Never seen these guys in my entire fucking life. None of them. Except for maybe one or two, and that's just of knowing.
so you're out of Las Vegas?
Huh? San Diego.
San,
Yeah, but I live in Las Vegas.
you live in Vegas?
Yeah. Listen, man, Las Vegas and San Diego are both my home. I'm a Sandy Vegan. Cause I go back and forth, this is my homes, man. It's always been my homes. I can't really claim San Diego too much. I can't really claim Las Vegas too much. They're both my homes. Can't help how I grew up or where I grew up, man. I was everywhere. The whole West Coast was my home. You know? I can't really say, hey, I was born and raised here. Shit, I was taken out of the place I was born at too. So I can't really I got robbed of that title. Can't really say that. Like, you know, I can't say, oh, man, I was born and raised right here, man, no, man, I was raised everywhere. I was everywhere. Maybe that's why I'm everywhere today.